Okay, so this is in regards to the whole entire thing with Black Ops 3's story. Now, I'm not going to get into the Xbox 360 and the PS3 not having a story mode. It really does suck. However, like many have said, Call of Duty is mostly known for its multiplayer and hasn't really been too well known for its single player. The only exception would probably be the Treyarch games, but even then, that's not saying much. So, what I'm trying to say here is story modes, I feel as though are a good addition to a game. Okay, if a game does not have a story mode to me, it can be good. I thought Titanfall was really fun. I wish it had a story mode. I really wanted it to have a story mode. I really wanted to, experience what the universe was about, figure out what the heck, caused the IMC and the what was it, the militia. What caused this war in between the two. I think it had something to do with like fuel or something like that. But what really sparked it? How were the Titans created? Why are they on these alien planets? And they didn't really dive into that. They just kind of said, we're at war. Go ahead, shoot a bunch of giant robots, kill a bunch of dudes. You win a match, you go on to the next one. Yeah, it was a fun game, but I still wanted to know about the story. And the way Titanfall did it was the way they wanted to tell the story was through dialogue, through the NPC characters, which, trust me, no one bothered to listen to. Okay, everyone's too busy freaking dodging missiles from a freaking giant robot running after them. No, no, I'm not gonna listen to a bunch of NPCs while I'm, trying to take down an Atlas or an ogre or a strider. No, okay, screw that. So, the whole thing with Black Ops 3 and its story, according to, Treyarch, they say that story is key. And, I legitimately believe that. Now, for me personally, I do like good story driven games. I thought Wolfenstein and New Order was great. It had good gameplay, it had a good story. I enjoyed it. And I felt it had more of a premise rather than a story. I mean, to me personally, I gave no craps or no shits about Wolfenstein: The New Order story. Really, I don't. I played it based off a premise, not really a story. It was like, oh, evil Nazi must destroy evil Nazi. That's all I went off of when I was playing Wolfenstein: The New Order. Yes, I enjoyed it. I like single player games, but I did not get engrossed into the story. I just can't get engrossed into a video game story. That's just the way I am. Give me a premise, bad guy, let me shoot him. That is essentially what it is. But the thing with Black Ops 3 is they are allowing people to skip to the end, which, in my personal opinion, not good. Okay, even with a premise, you need to at least know who you're trying to shoot, who you're trying to kill, who's the real bad guy, and you're not really going to figure that out unless you play through the whole entire game. I want to know who the bad guy is so I can actually make the right decision because like Black Ops games are, like Treyarch games are, at least the Black Ops games, there were choices you had to make, especially in Black Ops 2, not so much Black Ops 1. But in Black Ops 2, there were choices you had to make, and with those choices, it affected the gameplay, it affected the ending. And, skipping to the end kind of, says, well, I can, do this and completely skip all the important stuff and just see how it ends, and then go straight to multiplayer. Or I can play through it despite the fact I don't give two craps about it and I'm just going off a premise because, like I said earlier in this video, even with a premise, you need to at least know who you're trying to fight against. You go directly to the ending, what's going to end up happening is like, who's this asshole? So, you have to play through the whole game even with a premise. So, who the fuck is he? So, what you end up having to do is play through the whole entire game, the whole entire story mode. For me, I don't get too enticed or too, you know, titillated by story modes in video games. I really don't. If I want a good story, I will read a book. That is my philosophy. If I want a good story, I'll read a book. And with the story in the video game, I really don't pay attention to it. I just play it based off a premise, and that is we need to beat the crap out of this bad guy. Okay, if anything epic happens in between, the beginning and the end of the game, so be it. If I get a chance to, brutally interrogate a guy and figure out some, information, I will do it. But really, I just want to beat the crap out of this guy. So, but like I said, a premise is important. A story is important, and even functioning off the premise itself or alone, you have to at the very least play through the whole entire game to at least understand who you're trying to kill, what the end game is in the freaking game. Okay, who the bad guy is. Who's the evil Nazi asshole that you have to destroy at the end of the game. Imagine if Wolfenstein and New Order did that, and you can skip all the way to the end. Who the fuck is this asshole? You're just sitting there like asking yourself, why am I killing him? Yeah, obviously he has the Nazi symbol on him. He's obviously some sort of high-ranked official if I'm like, this is my target. But who is he? So, really, like I said, even with a premise, I feel as though that you have to play through the whole entire game. You have to, at the very least, understand who the bad guy is and why you're fighting against him. And even for that, you have to play through the whole entire single player game. I don't think, skipping to the end is exactly a good idea. Yeah, in terms of a video game aspect, you probably could, and you're just like, yeah, it's a video game. I don't care about the video game. If I want a good story, I'll watch a movie or read a book. To me, video games are just games, okay? I just blow someone's face off, I keep running. So, that's kind of the idea in most gamers are like, I want to play a video game. I want to decimate all of these bad guys. When I play Azura's Wrath, it is a very good game. It's an excellent game, okay? It has it does it so well. It has a story, but like I said before, I function most off premise. And the premise of that game was bad guy kidnapped my daughter, is using her and sucking her energy away. Need to go up there and beat his ass. So between the start and the finish, as I, go up there, anything epic that happens, so be it. I'm going to do it. So really what I'm trying to say here is even with the premise, you need to complete the game. The whole game. You don't have to find all the secrets and the intricate little tidbits here and there, but you need to at least complete the core story mode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys later.